Hey, this is Ladarius Grimion, and this is the introduction to the Personal Growth Lecture Series. So, just an introduction to explain to you guys what this is all about. This is going to be a series of lectures talking about personal growth, self-development, and how you can achieve more success in your life, how you can have better relationships, how you can be a better person, and how you can really reach your full potential in life. Because who doesn't want to do that, right? Everybody wants to reach their full potential. Everybody could be more than what they currently are. And so that's the point of these videos. I've learned a lot of information over the years. I've learned a lot about personal growth. And I really believe, I know this information out there can help other people because it's helped me. So I don't want to be selfish, and I decided to share this with you guys, put this out there to the world because I think it could do some good. I know it can. And instead of just, keeping this to myself, I'm going to share it with all of you guys. I'm going to share it with the world for free. So, So I figured I'd start with an introduction and just explaining, what personal growth is. What is personal growth? For those of you who may not know, personal growth. Well, personal growth is the ongoing process of understanding and developing oneself so that you can achieve your fullest potential. So you have to understand yourself. And you have to, develop yourself. So it's understanding plus development. That is personal growth. And so why is this so important? It's important because so many people live their lives not reaching their full potential. So many people, they live their lives not accomplishing everything they know they could. They want to accomplish more, but they're not even sure where to begin. And so that's why personal growth, having somebody out there to teach this to people so that people can get more success in their life is extremely important. And I'm going to take my time to explain everything to you guys, personal growth, everything I've learned over the years. I've been studying this for maybe 5+ years, 5 to 7 years. I've been involved in personal growth. So, what you're learning here is valuable information. This isn't just stuff I've picked up from other places. No, this is real learned personal experience, personal knowledge that I have that is going to help you in your life. So, there's 3 things, so there's going to be a series of lectures, this will be the first one, introduction. What is personal growth? And as I just explained, personal growth, the process of understanding oneself and, developing oneself, there will be a series of lectures, in order. And each lecture will talk about different aspects of personal growth. I'm going to take it step by step at a time. So if you guys want to get this content, be sure you hit the subscribe button. And so you can get notified. Hit the wing button on there so you can get notified when future videos come out, right? So because there's 3 things that a person needs to learn to have a solid foundation for personal growth. And in my opinion, those 3 things are this. So 3 things. Number 1 is to understand choice. Number 2 is to understand self-respect. And then number 3 is to understand humility. And these 3 things, choice, self-respect, humility, will give you a strong foundation to basically, developing yourself as a person and achieving more success out of life and just becoming more than what you currently are. These are the 3 steps you need to take in order to reach that point. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be starting with choice, and then we're going to move on to self-respect and humility. And these things are very important. And my core values, because everyone has core values. My core values is freedom. I am all about freedom. I am all about enabling people, enabling you to go after what you want in life, to pursue it, whatever you want in life, to pursue happiness. Like, as you can see here in the back of me, these are my core values. Like, this was actually a picture frame I found. Actually, it was my mom's. And, ever since I saw this, I was just like, wow, look at that. I have to take that with me, when I move out. And sure enough, I took it with me. And it's been with me ever since, because I just love this. I love this thing, And it kind of means more to me than the picture frame, because all of these are core values, and they're core values that I have tried to live by, actually, which is extremely important. They're extremely important to me, and they're kind of a basis as to where the value in these lectures stems from, which is stems from this: pursuing happiness. All right, planning a brilliant future, believing in everyday miracles, doing what you think is right, seeking advice often, living out loud, don't give up on yourself. And this is very important. It's important to pursue happiness because people should pursue that which makes you happy, obviously. Nobody wants to be miserable, right? And that's extremely important. Pursue happiness. And in this culture today, we live in a place where a lot of people are so self-sacrificing because, it's not about me. I don't want to be selfish. I got to protect my kids. I got to protect my family. I got to make sure that I look after them. So I have to put my own needs in the back. I can't really have happiness because I have to make sure that my kids or my family has happiness. And this is so wrong. The reason why it's wrong is because as the quality of your life improves, as your life improves, so does the quality of the lives of everyone around you. And actually, in the long run, you're actually harming your family. You're actually harming your children. Why? Because you are setting an example to them. Children will follow you. Children follow their parents. So the example you leave, all right, the example you leave to people, that's the influence you're going to give them. All right. So actually what you need to do is improve your own life. Take care of yourself, which is why self-respect is so important. You have to have self-respect because self-respect, you're not being selfish. You're actually, having enough self-respect so that other people can see that self-respect and model their lives after you. Because children model their lives after their parents. So stop with this, this point of view of, oh, well, I don't want to be selfish. It's not about me. I'm going to do the right thing and, take care of my family and put their needs before mine. And I'm just not going to be happy. Bullcrap. You need to be happy because, again, as your life improves, so does everybody's lives connected to you. It's like, for example, imagine if you became a multimillionaire. You think you're the only one that's going to benefit from that? No. Your entire family, your entire friends and family, everybody's going to benefit from that. So it's not, stop this point of view of, basically sacrificing your entire future, sacrificing your happiness or your well-being for the sake of others, because that's stupid. Pursuing happiness, that's extremely important. That's why, because you're not only are you helping yourself, you're also helping other people improve their life. It's like, love thy neighbor as thyself. How can you love your neighbor if you don't first love yourself, right? It's like, that's straight from the Bible, right? How can you respect others if you don't first respect yourself? Have self-respect. We're going to talk about that. I don't want to go in a rant here. But anyway, moving on. Plan a brilliant future. People know what they want. People can get what they want. People are full of potential. They have the ability to plan a course of action and go through with it and change their lives forever. But why do people not do this? Well, it's just they're not really taught how to do it. They're not educated in personal growth and self-development. So they don't know how to do this. But you can plan a brilliant future. You can delay gratification today so you can have a better future tomorrow. And I'm going to show you how you can do this. Okay, I'm going to use practical examples and give you practical advice that you can apply to your life and change it forever. So you can start pursuing happiness, so that you can start planning a brilliant future. It's like, there's a saying, I've heard, fail to plan, plan to fail, right? You have to plan things out. You have to write your vision down. Where are you trying to go in 5 years? This is extremely important because so many people, they let life go by. They let life go by them and they don't plan anything out. They don't move towards anything. Life just flies by and they don't have a purpose. They don't have a goal. All right? If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a destiny, you're just cruising with life. You need to have something that you're moving towards. You need to have a goal, a plan, a purpose. That's extremely important. Because if you're not moving towards anything, wow, I mean, why aren't you moving towards anything? I mean, come on. Like, personal growth, right? So anyway, plan a brilliant future. This is extremely important. That you take care of yourself, that you give yourself the best out of life. Pursue happiness in the present moment, but also plan a brilliant future for, later on. And then number 3, believing in everyday miracles. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Believe in everyday miracles because anything is possible. So many people are like, I love how people are just so close-minded today, and they're closed-minded to possibilities. Anything's possible. And we have these, preconceived notions about things. Oh, well, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. This will never happen. How do you know? Like, seriously, you think 500 years ago, we could have predicted that we would have, cars, electricity. We have something called the internet, literally a digital intelligence. I mean, you think we would have predicted we would have all this stuff? Exactly. We wouldn't have. Nobody knows what's possible. So, have an open mind. Don't be so closed-minded and conform to the popular opinion or the popular norm, okay? Because the popular norm is nothing but, popular ignorance or closed-mindedness to possibilities. Anything is possible. We have no idea. God only knows where the future is going to be, what the future is going to be like 100 years from now. Who knows? We have no idea. So, stop being so closed-minded and understand that anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. And that's the whole point. This whole point is to see possibilities. To see yourself, achieving whatever it is you're trying to achieve. You can do it because anything is possible and you always have a choice. All right. We're going to get into that. But anyway, just believing in everyday miracles and having an open mind. And don't be closed-minded to possibilities because the world is changing as we know it right now. The world is changing and it's only going to continue. And we don't know where it's going to go from here. So have an open mind, And next point, do what you think is right. Now, having a moral compass, doing what you think is right, not what your family thinks is right, not what your friends think is right, not what your parents are telling you to do, your mother, your father. What do you think is right? Having your own moral compass is extremely important because you have to know yourself. You have to know what you stand for. And unfortunately, in this society, people try to put us in a box, or should I say, make us into them. They want us to conform to, what they think and how they do things. But there's a danger in that because you have to have your identity. You have to have your individuality. And if you can't think for yourself, you can't make decisions on your own, then you're basically just a clone. And, parents can do this, they can try to make you think like them and be like them. which is why it's extremely important that you become your own person. You become your own, your own self, basically. So do what you think is right. Basically, this point is all about, just, having a moral compass and thinking for yourself and not allowing other people to think for you. Because, like I said, most people are closed off to possibilities. So if you're thinking like everybody else, are you going to see those possibilities? Are you going to see yourself, accomplishing those challenging goals, those challenging things you're trying to do? Are you going to see yourself doing that if you can't think for yourself? All right. And your decisions are constantly being dictated by other people, by other people's thinking, or by other people's beliefs that are not even true. This is why this point is extremely important. So, yeah, do what you think is right. Take advice. I'm not saying don't take advice, because as you can see, the next point is seek advice often. Yeah, do what you think is right, but seek advice often. The reason why is because we don't know anything. We have no idea what's out there. We have no idea what's possible. It's like I said, endless possibilities. The world has changed so much now. We have, like I said, we have cars, we have, buildings, all kind of stuff. And the world has changed so much now. So we had no idea that would happen. So seek advice often, because, there's billions of people out there. There's billions of people in the world. And, you want to learn from anyone you come in contact with. The reason why is because we don't know it all. No man knows it all, but every man carries a piece of the puzzle. So you talk to all these people and you get more pieces to the puzzle and you start to see a picture. Makes sense? So it's like we can't be so closed-minded and arrogant to think that we know it all, because we know nothing. There is a lot to be ignorant about, and there's a lot to learn. And how are you going to learn? You're going to have to learn from people. And so many people make this mistake. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see in life today. People think they know this, they know that, but you don't know anything. Stop thinking you know enough. If we knew enough, our problems would be solved, all right? But they're not. Stop thinking you know enough. There's always more to learn. I can't stand it. Are you really that close-minded to think that you know enough, that you've arrived? All right, I don't need anybody to tell me anything because I'm smart. I can handle it on my own. Wow. There's always room for improvement. There's always areas we're ignorant in. There's always areas of expertise that we are not an expert in. And because of that, you have to be willing to seek advice. All right, because the world is vast. The world is full of knowledge. And we could be learning. We could be better, because knowledge is power and power is value. Value can become money. You want to be more valuable? Maybe you should be willing to learn, all right? Because knowledge is power. Be willing to learn from people, because knowledge is power and power is value. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have, because the more valuable you become and the more money you can make. So seek advice often. Don't be arrogant, because we don't know anything. The world is huge. And there's tons of people out there who know something that we don't. And live out loud. Don't be afraid to be you. Live out loud and proud, because at the end of the day, everybody is just a person. We try to put on a mask. We try to be something we're not. But what you have to understand is that everybody is self-aware. Everybody is focused on themselves. Like, everybody's focused on how they look and how they come off to people and this and that. But if we could get past that, all right, if we could overcome that weakness, then we start to stand out, because then we become leaders, because we're not afraid to be ourselves. Live out loud and proud. I like to add proud to that. Live out loud and proud, because everybody is a person. Everybody is a human being. So what are we so afraid of? Like, we're all just human, and everybody's worried about themselves. Everybody's really the same. at the core. Okay, so there's no need to not be yourself. Be yourself, because nobody really cares. Nobody really cares about you as much as you think. So, just be yourself, and you will see that, things work out for you, and people will be drawn to you. I'll put it that way. Just be yourself, and people will open up around you, and you'll become a leader because you're not afraid to be yourself. Leaders lead from the front. They lead people into new ideas, and they have the courage to stand out. So if you want to be a leader, you have to be willing to stand out. And so the last one, which is the most important one, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself, because above all else, respect thyself. What does that mean? This is a saying, and I believe it. Above all else, respect thyself. What this means is that no man is perfect. We all make mistakes, but you have to respect yourself. You have to respect yourself for that reason. Because, if you don't respect yourself, if you don't have self-respect, you're not really going to go forward in life. Let's be straight. People are going to walk all over you. People are going to, cross boundaries they shouldn't, because you don't have self-respect. It's like I said, how can you respect anyone else if you don't first respect yourself? It's like, how are you going to love anyone if you don't first love yourself? You need to respect yourself first. I know we all make mistakes, and I know things can get pretty bad. They can. We make mistakes. We do horrible things. There was a dark part to each of us, right? As much as we would try to deny it, it exists. All right. There's an ugly part to us, and we make mistakes. We fail. But what are we going to do with that? Because all we have is now. So if all we have is now, we have no choice but to get back up again and make life better today. Make it better today than yesterday, right? So don't give up on yourself. Have self-respect. Because if you have self-respect, you're going to keep getting back up. You're going to learn from your mistakes, because failure becomes wisdom. People should not be down about failing, about, having mistakes in life. Failure is how we grow. It's like riding a bike. When you first started riding a bike, did you get it right the first time? No, you fail. You probably failed more than once. I'm sure of it. You failed more than once, but you got back up, you kept trying. And eventually, that failure became wisdom, and you had enough wisdom to succeed. And that is the point. Don't give up. Do not give up, because failure becomes wisdom. And if you have wisdom, you can have anything you want. Don't give up on yourself. Have self-respect. And if you have self-respect, and if you have humility, and you understand that we are flawed and that no man is perfect, then you could rise above it all. And these are the core values. And we just got started. So this is just the introduction. But, the next lecture, we're going to hop right in it. And I'm going to reveal everything I've learned from you guys. Everything I've learned, about personal growth, personal development, so you can have a better life, so you can achieve success in your life. And these are my core values. Freedom, it's all about freedom, and going after what you want in life, and not being afraid to take risk. So this is going to be practical advice that you can take, apply to your life, and really be a better person and have better relationships with people. And, be more proud of yourself. Be more satisfied with yourself. Increase your confidence. It's going to be great. Improve your relationships, increase your confidence, understand yourself and others, and overall just help you be more successful in life, more fulfilled in life. Because this is something that's not really been talked about the way I think it needs to be talked about. So that's why I'm here, right? So I hope you enjoyed this lecture. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. And if you like if you like the video, if you like what I've said, be sure to subscribe and leave a like and tell other people about it. And I will see you guys next video. Take care.